Welcome back to the Tribute Liveries League Season 2, Round 3, Race 2. Sponsored by BG Land Rovers. Here we are then on the grid with Kevin Butler in the Roger Goff livery. Now this is going to be 11 laps with a mandatory tyre stop. They can stop whenever they like as long as they change tyres, and they're away. And Kevin's got a good start there actually. Dutchman also well away. He is starting from second because he finished 9th in the last race as a reverse grid of the previous race. And Dutchman has got ahead of Kevin already in turn 1. Your VIP Chief Steward is Paul Elmore, of course, who gave out quite a penalty to Ash Finney in the last race. Oh, well, I'm not normally one to moan, but I've got to say, it's a couple of hours ago now, but Paul Elmore ate all my bloody hobnobs. Do I look like I'm phased, Stewie, by that? Couldn't be less interested. I'm interested in the racing. Dazman has already built up a massive lead over the following pack then. He is absolutely gone out of sight. Oh, no hobnob biscuits today, Stewie.
Well, I'm sorry, but that's just taking the mic-up. But I'm not phased because I got a packet of jumbo-sized knickknacks from the corner shop on the way here.
Yeah, can you keep those away from the microphone? Let's get back to the racing then. It is lap 1. Dazman is massively out in front from, I believe, Kevin Butler. Kevin Butler that's still there in second place. That is a great drive so far from him as we're on board with Will Cox. Oh, Will got a thrutch up the boot then, I believe, from Martin Marks, who's done the gentlemanly thing and waited for him. Off Martin goes into the distance. Will has to recover. That was quite a thrutch up the boot.
I'm not quite sure what Martin was doing there, whether he was left foot braking, right foot braking, or not braking at all.
Indeed, and here comes Paul Elmore. That's a warning for Martin Marks, causing an accident then.
Bloody knickknacks don't taste very nice. Have a look. Best before April 17th, 2004. Oh, Christ.
Yeah, okay. You can see Buzzin is right on the back of Kevin Butler here. He can't take the inside because Alex Wilmot's there, and so is Callan. Is he going to try and slip up the inside? I think Buzzin got a little tap up the rear there from Callan, and Kirith seemed to panic brake. And as a result of that, he's been caught by Ash Finney and Martin Marks, and they're a long way now from the middle pack then. Dazman out in the lead. Look at the lead he's got over Mauro. Mauro putting in a great performance though in second place. He's got a lead over the chasing pack. As you can see, that's Alex Wilmot in third place there. He's been chased by Callan in the Tim Baker livery, and Buzzin tries to go up the inside of Callan there. Not quite enough speed being maintained by Buzzin to be able to do that, but he's right on the back of him, and he should get a rather tasty tow down the hill then. Will it be close enough for him to have a go? Here we go then. Buzzin on the back of Callan. He's lining him up. We're on board with Callan as he heads down the hill flat out. That's the view to Buzzin behind. I don't think he's quite close enough. He is picking up a toe, but as I say, not quite close enough as they go around the tight right hander. Stay away from the edge of the curb because you're straight in the gravel. Back to Buzzin. You can see he's not really made any ground even though he's getting that toe, so Callan probably running a low wing setup yet again. That might explain why he keeps taking to the grass actually.
Yeah, well, it's all well and good having the speed, but if your car handles like a lawnmower in the corners, then it's a complete waste of time.
Indeed, Stewie. Dazman then. Here he goes to complete a lap. Now, is he going to come in the pits? Didn't look like it. Mara, will he pit? No. Alex Wilmot stays out. Ooh, Callan going a bit wide there. Wants to hope that Paul Elmore didn't spot that. Alex Wilmot up the inside of Marrow here. Is he going to send it up the inside? Yes, he does. That's a lovely move there. 9 laps remaining then. Nobody, as far as we know, has gone in for tyres just yet. Buzzin then on the back of Marrow as Callan is looking for a way past him before Buzzin does the same thing or before him. Buzzin's got a nice line up the inside of Callan there. I think you might have him down here. He has. Buzzin moves up to 4th place then in the Anderson Tim Parrott livery. But Callan's not giving up. He's looking for a way back as we look back at 5th, 6th and 7th. I beg your pardon. That is Kirith going through on Kevin Butler then. Kirith in the Paul Elmore GPA livery. There we can see 9th place. That is Martin Marks, and behind him is Ash Vinnie. I don't know what sort of problem Ash Vinnie's had, unless he has already been in for tyres, of course, which may be why he is so far back. Dasman then is the one who's so far out in front. Got no worries at all. It's like a Sunday afternoon drive, just a little bit quicker, and you can see he took that very tight inside line there, and Alex Wilmot doing the same. They are allowed to do that. Buzzin now is right on the back of Marrow and looking for a way by. He's got the draft all the way up the hill, and Callan's also looking to pounce here. Buzzin takes a slight outside. He's probably going to lull him into a false sense of security here, and he's gone to the inside. He's so tight on the side of Marrow there. He's got to get up the inside here, I would imagine, and he does. But Marrow, probably concentrating on Buzz on the inside, just loses it onto the grass. That is unfortunate. He was putting in a good performance up until then. I think he's going to get taken by Alex Wilmot. I think it's more a case of Marrow making sure he stayed out of his way. Meanwhile, Dasman completes another lap, and Callan goes to the pits. There are 8 laps remaining. Let's take a check on Callan's pit stop, make sure he does change tyres. Indeed, he does. Great stop, and he is away. He'll probably keep very, very tight to the inside here in order to... Now that often does happen with drivers when they see a car come out of the pits. It distracts them, and I think that's what happened to Will Cottrell there, as he just got it a little bit sideways into turn 1 then.
It's all about total concentration when you're a racing driver. When you see that car emerge from the pits, you've got to concentrate on your line and not necessarily what he's going to do, but how you're going to get by. You can't get distracted. And when I was motor racing...
Oh, shut up, Stewie. Put a sock in it. Buzzin then in pursuit of Alex Wilmot. Buzzin in the Anderson Tim Parrott livery, and just behind is Kirith in the Paul Elmore livery, and he's putting in some very, very good times. I can tell you, if they stay at the same rate of knots as they are, I wouldn't be surprised to see Kirith getting a little bit closer to Buzzin in the coming laps. Just behind them you see Kevin Butler. He's really doing well to keep Callan behind him. Callan, of course, has stopped. We're not aware that Kevin has stopped for tyres yet. You can see Callan lining him up here. Is just giving him a little friendly nudge there. Couldn't quite get around him carrying the extra speed as they head up the hill then. It's Kevin Butler followed by Callan in the Zip US, and then it's Marrow in the... Dasman just getting a little bit out of shape there. Is it time for him to change tyres? It could well be. We'll keep an eye on him and see if he comes in as he exits the last turn. No, he stays out. So does Alex Wilmot, and so does Buzzin. So they're going for a slightly longer stint, and Kirith behind is also staying out as well. We've got 7 laps to go. You'd expect them to come in soon, because I can tell you that Callan is on the move. He's getting a nice draft from Kevin Butler as they head into turn 1 then.
I wouldn't expect any of the, say, front 3 to be going in for tyres just yet. I think they're going to leave it as long as they possibly can with the lead that they've got over everyone else. And you see Callan just getting on the sideboard of Kevin Butler there, but he's by. That means Murrow will be the next to pounce if Kevin can't get his foot there. And you can see Murrow's lining him up and just twitch to the right there to go up the inside here. And indeed he does. That's a lovely clean move from Murrow.
I've got to say, these liveries are looking absolutely fantastic on GT Sport. Coming up soon, of course, is either the new GT Sport or GT7 when they make the new PS5 release. And if anything's to go by with 4K, these graphics are going to look absolutely stunning when that game is released. Chief Steward Paul Elmore has given Buzzin and Callan a 1 second penalty each for exceeding track limits. So, it's not just Ash Vinny who gets the penalties. It's Buzzin and Callan as well have already got a second each. So, they must have committed at least 2 offences. I would have thought to have got those. Back at the front, it is Dasman then out in front. He's got a commanding lead. Is he going to take advantage of that and go for tyres now? No, he stays out again. Alex Wilmot, he stays out. He's not gone in yet. And I would imagine that Buzzin is going to stay out as well. Indeed, he does. They've all got clear track. Who's this coming in the pits? We've got 6 laps remaining. That is Kirith coming into the pits, and he obviously thinks it's the best time to come in. Great stop again to rejoins the circuit. Callan goes through, and Ash Vinny's just behind. He just stayed well to the left there. I don't think he's going to get a penalty for staying well out of the way. He wasn't sure how fast Ash Vinny was coming, and Ash Vinny's nearly up alongside him there. But Kirith just holds it together. He's got to get those tyres up to temperature, don't forget.
I'd imagine that Paul Elmore started dishing out penalties because he's got no bloody hobnobs to munch on.
Can you shut up about your hobnob biscuits, Stewie? Kirith then, he's being pushed by Ash Vinny at the moment, who's staying very well with him, and Ash, we know, is very, very, very quick on this circuit. We're on board with Ash Vinny, I believe. No, we're on board with Kirith. He's got Ash Vinny just up behind him, just in front of him. You can see that's Callan in the Zip US Tim Baker livery then. You can see Ash Vinny is well in the tow here. He might get close enough to have a go up the inside as they head down the hill. Absolutely foot to the board then. Ash Vinny just about picking up the tow, I think. But no, not quite close enough to go up the inside. But if he can carry enough speed, of course, he might be able to get by him up the hill. But not the case. Kirith in command of that. There's Martin Marks. I think he's back in 8th place at the moment. Just behind him is Kevin Butler, who's keeping it going in the Roger Goff livery. At the front then, it is Dasman, still with that lead over Alex Wilmot, but the lead is coming down quite a bit actually. Dasman stays out, so does Alex Wilmot. There's 5 laps remaining. Buzzin stays out as well. Now remember, these 3 are quite a bit ahead of this man Callan, but as soon as they go to the pits, it's going to get very, very, very interesting indeed. It's Callan in 4th place, followed by Kirith in 5th, Ash Vinny in 6th then, as I'm sure Callan made a bit of a cut on that turn 1 then. I could be wrong, but it certainly looked like it to me. So we put 4 wheels over the white line. I'll have to wait and see whether Paul Elmore picks up on that one or not. Callan then heads down the hill. He's in 4th place. Dasman, meanwhile, there he is out in front. Quite well, I can tell you the lead is coming down to Alex Wilmot. Daz, I think, made a little bit of a cut there. If that's his first one, he might get away with it. Alex Wilmot on the charge. He's putting in some very, very quick laps. I noticed he went over the white line there, though. But we haven't seen anything coming from Paul Elmore since he gave Buzzin a 1 second penalty and Callan a 1 second penalty then. That doesn't mean he hasn't observed anything, it just means he's not made us aware of it at this stage in the commentary box. Buzzin then nicely up the inside, nice exit up the hill. As we see Mauro, he's in 4th place currently. I'm not aware that he has stopped for tyres yet though, and it's quite a leisurely line through the inside of that turn. If he was carrying more speed, you would have thought he'd have taken it a little bit tighter. Nevertheless, he's putting in a steady performance in the Zip GP. As we go to the front, we have heard Dasman is coming in the pit this lap then. Here we go, does he? Yep, off he goes into the pit to change tyres. Let's take a quick look at that one then to make sure they do, because it's a 10-second penalty if you fail to change tyres. He's away then. He's going to exit in front of Buzzin, I think, and he does. Oh, There we go. Buzzin makes a classic mistake of being distracted by a car emerging from the pits. So he's lost a couple of seconds there. He could have been right on the back of Dazman had he not made that braking error. He's going to have to try and make up for that one now, though.
Yep, that's a classic mistake from Buzzin there, and quite surprised by that one. But as I said before, you get distracted by the emergence of the car from the pit, because you've come down the street and it's clear, and all of a sudden the car comes from nowhere, and it plays havoc with your senses if you're not on the ball.
That is Alex Wilmot, and he is chasing Buzzin, but Alex, I believe, has already changed tyres. But he's setting some blistering times, Alex. And you can see he's visibly catching Buzzin. Buzzin has yet to change tyres. You can expect to see them swap places very, very shortly when Buzzin comes in for his mandatory pit stop.
Indeed, I believe that Alex is currently fastest man on circuit. So it's inevitable that I think he's going to catch Buzzin at this stage, and particularly when he comes in for his tyres.
Indeed, he's Shuey. So Maurer, I believe, is back in 6th position in the Zip GP. Again, not the quickest line through that corner, but a steady performance. You can see that Buzzin is actually pretty close to Dazman at this stage. Alex Wilmot is about the same distance away from Buzzin, but Buzzin has not changed tyres yet, so he's going to lose probably 3 or 4 seconds, I would imagine, to Alex Wilmot. He comes in for tyres now then. He's coming at quite a rate of knots. Let's see whether he can stop. There's only 3 laps remaining. Thinking perhaps he should have come in when Dazman and Alex changed their tyres. He's back out onto circuit then. Is he going to get out in front of Callan and Kiris? And he takes a tight line because he sees Kiris come in, and Callan tries to go up the inside of him, but Buzzy's just held him off there. So I said it was going to get interesting when everybody had changed tyres. You can see these 3 are together now. That's Buzzin, Callan and Kirith, and they, because of pit stops, are in 3rd, 4th and 5th position. I imagine it's going to be quite a bit of a scrap between the 3 of them. They've had a few mix-ins together already and in the previous season, so you can expect to see some fireworks there. That is Ash Vinny. He is back in 6th position. Maro's pitted, of course, now, and he is back in 7th. Then it is Kevin Butler in the Roger Goff livery, followed by Martin Marks in the Dave Buttergeek livery, and at the back it is poor old Will Cottrell. But nevertheless, you keep it going, you get the points, so you never know what's going to happen in front of you. He's certainly not giving up as Kiris tried to get up the inside of Callan and take that 4th spot away from him. We're on board with Callan now. You can see how far back Kiris is from him. He's probably just about picking up the toe at this point. Now he's dropped back a little bit. Actually, don't forget Callan's running that lower wing setup, and he's a little bit closer to Buzzin now. Not quite sure if he encroached over the white line there. He's already running a 1-second penalty, don't forget, so Buzzin on a 1-second penalty. So is Callan. So Kirith is in a really good position there to potentially take 3rd place from Buzzin if he can stay in that 1-second margin between them then. So as they go over the line, there's just 2 laps remaining. If Kirith stays where he is, he could find himself jumping up 2 positions.
He's quite analytical, I think. Kirith quite calculating as a driver when he's sat behind other drivers. Oh, and that's Alex Wilmot with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 observations of penalties there. Now let me tell you, up to 4, it's a second per penalty, and over 4, the penalty can be anything from a second, 2 seconds, and that's per penalty. If he keeps on, then it's likely to be an exclusion, so it's quite no wonder why he's putting in these really fast laps if he's been exceeding the track limits according to Paul Elmore.
And he can't be in a good mood because you didn't leave any hobnobs up there today. Anyway, it is Dadsman out in front then with Alex Wilmot kind of catching him little by little, but of course he's got 6 penalties running at the moment as we see Callan trying to make the move on Buzzin. There's Buzzin in third on the road. If Kirith stays where he is behind these two, he's going to nab not only fourth, he's going to nab third position. So see Callan trying to get up the inside of Buzzin there, and he does. There's a slight touch. Callan, not renowned for being the best spatially aware driver in these situations, takes the position away from Buzzin, but Buzzin's coming back at him up the inside. He'll stay wide here, and indeed he goes up the inside as Callum runs out of space then. Buzzin retaking third, but that is on the road because he's got a 1 second penalty. Out in front, Dadsman, he's done a brilliant job so far. It is the final lap. He's got Alex, broadside through there. And I think that was a loss of control, not an intentional dive up turn 1. I think Buzzin also cut that corner there, and he's lost the back end a little bit there as Callan tries to go up the inside of him. He won't have the inside for this corner though. So Callan stays in fourth place, but again it is on the road because they have both got a 1 second penalty each, and Kirith is just about within that window to nab those places back from him. And will you look at that, Alex Wilmot, 15-second penalty. Now that must go back to what Stewie said about 4 offences. Buzzin and Callan, they've got 3-second penalties each as well, as Ash Finney loses it on the curb. He's back in 6th place. Don't think it's going to affect his position, but he's lost a lot of time. Now Buzzin, he's on a 3-second penalty. So is Callan on a 3-second penalty. That means on the road, if it stays like this, Kirith is going to jump up 2 positions. But going back to the Alex Wilmot penalties, up to 4 penalties, that's a second per penalty. After that, could be 1 second, 2 seconds, can be exclusion. It is up to the discretion of the Chief Steward, and he's decided to give him a big penalty there instead of disqualifying him as Callan tries to get up the inside. I think that's going to be a bit in vain really, because Kirith is going to take both of these places away from these drivers. He's still having to go up the inside. Nevertheless, maybe he's not aware that those penalties are in place. He gets up the inside of Callan there. Going to be better make that tip. No, Callan gets it back, and Buzzin's pulled out a little bit as Dadsman takes first. Alex Wilmot is not going to retain second place. And these 3, now the question is, are they going to finish within that 15-second window of Alex Wilmot? Buzzin certainly didn't finish 3 seconds ahead of Kirith, and neither did Callan, as Ash Finney finishes in a very good recovered 5th position. Mara in 6th, he's going to be pleased with that one. 7th place, it's going to be Kevin Butler. That's a good solid drive from Kevin had a few mishaps first of all, but your race winner is Dadsman. Well, how is that going to affect the table? Let's take a look. So, at the top of the table it is Ash Finney, followed by Buzzin, and then Kirith, who jumped up to 2nd place in that race. Then it's Dadsman, then followed by Callan. Alex Wilmot finished 5th in the previous race. Then it's Maro, followed by Martin Marks, Kev Butler, Will Cottrell, and Chris Armstrong. Please do join us again for the next round of the Tribute Liveries League.